Hi everyone, I'm Grandmaster Kevin Go from Singapore. Back to multi-blitz sessions. And just last Sunday, I think we had an interesting event where we had a 20 board simultaneous exhibition, and while we got the time control completely wrong, but at the very least, I think everybody had fun, and I think um, we learned quite a lot about this, and I'm sure we will come out with better events. So for now, it's back to trying to clear 2700. So let's get going. Let's try to set a reasonable rating range. Let's go. Is that bowler gun? If this is the bowler gun, it'd be quite interesting. Bishop b7. I could have gone bishop a6, but he goes c4, and I'm not sure what that really meant. Yeah, honestly, I am not all that familiar about this particular setup. I'm just hoping that there's no real attack on the king side. Like he goes h5, I'll go h6, and then... Okay, so this is like a self-pin. When I go bishop a6, he has to go knight to b5, and that was voluntarily, but it may not be such a bad thing for him. I don't know, let's go here. Let's go knight c5. So if he goes one knight to d2, like trying to make use of the pin, I can go knight to d4 and counter pin. Now you can go knight d2, and I'll have to go bishop b7. Now this is a bit undesirable. Like I'm forced to play g6, and generally that's not a move that anybody wants to play in this structure. Hey Paswan, how are you? Let's try to exchange pieces. I mean, white is better for sure, but I hope I can weather the storm. d8. But you may go queen g4 at some point and sacrifice on e6, you know, some stuff like this. It's kind of important that I'm controlling the e4 square. Yeah, I can take and go rook d8. I'm not sure. Let's go rook d3. If queen h3, I'm going to take the knight, I guess. No, it's not. It's not that playable, I think. This. Okay, I'll take this. Bishop g5 and queen e4, I hope, is an important gain of tempo. Yeah, queen e4 was a really important move, I think, because now I kind of forced the exchange of queens. I win a pawn, so that's good for me. Because e5 is hanging, b2 is hanging as well. Okay, I might lose c7, but at least I'm not getting checkmated, so I'm quite happy. Or am I getting checkmated? I don't know. Like king g2, I suppose, is what he wants. I go knight to e4. I don't have a choice. I think I have to try to take the bishop. Now I go c6. Knight d6, I go rook d8. Let me take this one. Wow, my rook. That wasn't very clever. I really wasn't so clever of me, because now I'm getting mated. Knight to e7 is kind of worrisome. And this was quite clever, like let's take. I can go knight e3 and to d5 to stop knight e7 check. So but now I'm getting mated, like just rook h1 and it's mate. Not clever. I don't think I was losing it by any means. I think that game I should have saved. Allowing knight to e7 was not forgivable. I should have played a4 first to stop b5. Okay, it's not the end of the world, but generally this is something that we want to stop. Maybe now I go bishop g5. Yeah, every time I start a blitz session, like these days I'm just losing the first game. Like it's becoming a really a worrisome trend. Hoping that I can jump to f5 one day. Now ed4, I guess. ed4 is a problem for me. Maybe I will sacrifice the exchange. Let's sacrifice the exchange. F2. Let's try to pull. Yeah, I'm dropping b2, so I'm in very bad shape here. Yeah, I know. I mean, but still, I should try to be a bit more clever with my choices, and because there was no need to really rush into those the decisions that I made. Now, yeah, I mean, I suppose he's going knight c5 next. Let me just switch off my Slack. That is my colleague asking me about stuff. Let's go knight c6. Knight c5 I can play queen d5, right? You know, this just going a bit crazy now. Bishop f3. Bishop f1, rook e4. go bishop f3, d4 and bishop h5. I'm dead lost, but there is some kind of counterplay, so it's not altogether. There are still some tricks in the position, so it's better than nothing. So I'm hoping for, yeah, this is good, of course. Like, he's going to take my pawns with check. King e3, bishop c5 is check. So I can go king d1, I guess. Let's go king d1. Now queen takes h3 is actually quite good, like defending d7. Queen e2. I'm just getting murdered here. Yeah, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I need to work harder. So bishop b5. Yeah, I've actually read Victor's books on the Rosalimo, so I was quite sure that he was going to go for this, as well as his DVD of on chess base. He's kind of a specialist in the Rosalimo. He's going knight h2, I'm sure. That's his line. f4, e4, and yep, okay, b3 is new for me. And I guess the question is, can I go f5? I don't know. I'm just going to play it. So if he goes f4, I'll go f4 myself. So I'm going f4, threatening to trap the bishop. Maybe he will go f3, but it's so ugly that I'm sure he won't do it. The b3 is kind of surprising. Yeah, so this is an exchange sacrifice. I can understand why he's doing this, but he can go queen e1 check, I suppose. Let's go bishop a1, knight e6, bishop e6, and then I'll quickly run to the, wait, can I go knight takes d4 and knight takes f4 and queen d4? He will have to go queen e3, and I'll change queens, and it's more or less winning. So bishop b7 and long castle. Now bishop e6 and bishop d5, I suppose, is not so bad. Yeah, this is not trivial to break. It's definitely not easy to break down White's position, because my pawns are weak and his structure is quite solid. So he just needs to make sure that d3 is adequately covered, which it is at the moment. Trying to figure out what is yeah, white has good compensation, that's for sure. I don't know, let's just go h5. I really don't want to make this move, but I don't really know what to do now. Yes, it's nice. I mean, there's no winning chances in this position. It's all blocked up. And if anything, white is the one who should be trying to win this. Okay, knight takes c6 wins a pawn, but pretty sure he wouldn't do this. Let's go rook e6. Let's go rook e6, rook e8, and go a5, a4. Maybe I can try for something. Yes, bishop is still so bad. Just making moves. I didn't understand why he had to take the pawn. Maybe he got ambitious and now he's trying to win this. Wait, what? It's weird. It's completely bizarre. And now he's just letting his time run down. Okay, that was lucky. Yeah, if he's not playing, I'm going to run through the games, but let's just see if he wants to give me a chance at equalizing the score. Looks like he's not, so let's just look at the game. Yeah, this is kind of like old stuff, I think. And in the past, they are going queen to e7. Yeah, queen e7 was the old main line, and I had a game with white in this position. I continued knight h2, knight f8, f4, takes. Yeah, knight to e6, bishop to g3. Yeah, and I think my opponent played a bad move. I think he played h5 here, which was not good. But the main line in this position is queen to g5, or what used to be the main line anyways. And after queen e1, yeah, the point of queen e1 is to wait for knight to d4 before playing queen f2, because queen f2 loses to bishop d4. So after queen e1, knight to d4, now you go queen f2, and the point is, after castles, bishop d6, now attacking the rook, and the rook can't go because he has to defend f7. So bishop takes h3 is the kind of the only move. White goes bishop f4. Now the queen has to leave the g file, which means that the h3 bishop will be captured. I go queen take g2, queen take g2, bishop takes g2, king takes g2, and now this is like an important theoretical position. Yeah, three pawns for the piece, but what is known to be like doing quite well here. And what I understand is the recent move order, instead of queen e7, b6, and if you do the same stuff, yeah, so if you do the same stuff with f4, takes, bishop f4, knight to e6, bishop g3, queen to g5, queen to e1, knight d4, queen f2, castles, bishop d6. Yeah, here take, bishop f4, takes, and here the very important move, I think, g5. This was the point. This was the point behind this particular move order, because now bishop d6 is not, this pawn is no longer hanging. So if you recall, when I went queen e7, there was no pawn on b6, so c5 was hanging in that instant. But in this line with b6, what did I do? So here, knight h2, sorry for that. Yeah, so f4 takes. Yeah, so this is a really instructive point, that the move g5 is extremely important, because now if bishop d6, I go rook to d8, attacking the bishop, followed by knight takes c2, creating a threat of knight to e3 check. So for instance, if bishop g3, knight takes c2 will win the exchange regardless, attacking the rook as well as knight e3. There's no way to stop this, and the only move was bishop d2, and now knight takes c2, and arguably the bishop is just not very well placed here, because now the d3 pawn is hanging. I will gain a quite valuable tempo here with rook to d8. Yeah, so this is the whole point behind this particular move order. And when he went b3, yeah, I mean, obviously there are many moves in this position. Yeah, this is kind of strange for me. I could also have gone g5 actually, because I suppose he wants to go rook e1 at f4. I can't do short castle, h6 is hanging. So h5 is also a possible move, like stopping any knight to g3 ideas. If he goes knight g3, I go h4. I don't know, let's cheat and see what the com says. Yeah, com says f5 is good. So f5 takes. Yeah, I was considering rook e1, and after f4 some sacrifice, but I didn't think it would work, like intuitively. And if f3, he just says go a5 or f4 and a5. Yeah, this looks ugly. So in the game after f4, takes. Yeah, this is just kind of this is better for me, but it's not easy to win, of course. Yep. So I feel like this should be drawn with best play, but yeah, later on he went a little bit crazy when he ran short of time. Anyway, that was an interesting game. Kofi 7. Let's do this Scotch stuff. Yeah, 8h4 is what I've been doing quite regularly these days, but I highly doubt that I'm ever going to play this line seriously. There's something wrong with bishop a6, right? But I just can't remember. Is it bishop g5 or cd6? Is cd6, queen e2, bishop e2, knight b4? Yeah, maybe it's bishop g5, I don't know. So now f6 is kind of forced, and then I'll take on f6. Yeah, this is what white wants generally. Slightly better pawn structure with no real risk of losing. Going bishop f3, maybe somewhere g4, maybe g3, just to solidify the king side. Yeah. Maybe rook to e6. He wants to go h6 the next move. Not really sure. Let's go rook d2, h6 bishop d2. The whole point of this line is that in the ending, white is just better. But I have to take care of some traps that that black's activity might generate. So for instance, he's threatening like rook takes f2 and knight d3 check, winning a pawn. So if f4, knight d3 check, king c2, knight takes f4 would be an annoying problem to have to solve. And now h4 is hanging, so I'm not sure where I went wrong, because I think I played all the natural moves. But okay, natural moves might not mean correct. I still quite like my position actually, like despite being a pawn down. Like this knight is badly placed. I feel like going c5, but maybe it doesn't work. If I go f5, knight to e5 is annoying. Let's go king d3. Now he goes c5. Now I still quite like my position. It's not such a not so much of an issue at the moment. Now I have this. Now all these pawns are under attack. So this is the kind of risk that black faces with this Scotch structure. Knight f5, I can go g4, I guess. What is this move? Bishop d7. Not sure. He wants to go rook g6. I can take this one. Am I getting trapped? Bishop g2, rook h5? Or rook h4 maybe. It looks like I'm getting trapped. No, but bishop f2, I have rook h2, so... but bishop f1 check and then take on g3. Nah, it's getting crazy. I should play faster. Now I want to go here. 24 seconds. No. Not what I want at all. Let's hope for bishop f2. Bishop f1 check. Damn it. That's kind of a pity. Should have won that. Yeah, big pity. Should have won that one after I managed to like recover from a bad position, I think. Nearly had a heart attack. C4. Yeah, my favorite system, the Bovinic. This pawn triangle. Yeah, I hate it when they do things like this. And I have no idea what to do. Really? Is this playable? I guess so. Yeah, I want to go f6, queen a5. Maybe rook f8, rook fd8, rook ac8. Let's go f6. I'm going knight a5. I want to take this pawn. Yeah, now I force the exchange of queens. So take this. Just take it again. Take this one. Now I have knight e2 check. Yeah, that was weird. Whew. Done test. Yeah, can someone just explain to me like how is it that the spectators on Lichess just vary so much? Like that one game I had like no spectators and now there's 70. I don't understand this. Yeah, this is kind of a trendy line that most white players like very much because they tend to get the initiative. But I think black's doing alright if he knows exactly what he's doing and be very precise in the opening phase. Yeah, I believe black is doing alright here. Now bishop b5, I go king f7. So this is this is the point, and I'm going a6 b5 bishop b7. Yeah, so all these moves are coming with tempo, so it's probably good news for me. I got to say I didn't consider this, but can I win 3 pieces? I can take bishop d8 and take on b5, but my entire position becomes really loose. Let's not do something funny like that. And what does he want? Some kind of mate or what? Bishop f7, but there's no mate. It looks kind of scary, but I'm not seeing how I'm losing yet. Okay, there's knight f7, but it's not a move that you need to be really afraid of. Knight f7, I can take on a4, knight d8, and maybe I can trap the bishop somehow. I don't know. Yeah, queen a3 check, I have b4. Luckily for me. Ah, I see, so all the pieces are still protected. Unless I go g5 now. And what happens here? What happens if I go g5? Am I just winning? I don't know, I'm just going to move it. Right. Takes, queen e4. I just play bishop takes e5 and then king f7. Don't really see. Oh, I could have gone knight b4 as well. Okay, so this is his idea of compensation. I can go knight b4 and queen takes d4, or I can go knight to f4. So, some pleasant choices. Or I can just take, I suppose it's safe for me. Knight f4, bishop f3. Yeah, just consolidate. I'm just going rook to f8. Maybe queen c7 or queen e7. Queen e7 is a solid move. Now he wants to come to d6. I'll do this and take the knight off. Just take it off. Just keep exchanging pieces. G6. Another safe move. C4. Now I'm taking e5 and it's all over. Yep. So as long as I don't blunder in time trouble, I should be just totally winning. Now the rook is trapped. Yeah, that was quite a decent game. c5. Yeah, I'm playing all this f4, knight c3, f4 stuff against the Sicilian these days. Just not that much theory and quite fun to play, especially in Blitz. Yeah, knight takes d4, c3 I think. Did I do something wrong? This wasn't supposed to happen. I have to make a move like queen to c2, which is not part of the plan. Probably I did something wrong, but I guess. Maybe knight b5. Some e5 ideas. He should go a6 now. I can't go knight b5. What am I saying? Yeah, if I can't go knight b5, then I'm not quite sure what I'm playing for in this position. Should I go e5? e5, can he take? I can go knight to f5 and take the bishop maybe. Let's just go e5. I cannot really see what to do. But now you can. Yeah, he has knight d5. I forgot about this. This is bad news. Okay, you missed it. So all good. Should have to take this. I quite like my position now. This. Now I have knight b3 and another square for my pieces. So b5 is definitely a mistake. I think he shouldn't have done this, because now I'm going after the queen side like this. Okay, let's go here, and then probably this knight jumps here. Kind of tempted to take on e7, but maybe there's no need. Let's just do this. Psycho Ducky. How are you? Yeah, I want to go g4 f5 at some point, but not easy to engineer that, since the e5 pawn is quite weak in that instant. Maybe here. I really want to go g4 and f5, and these pieces are working quite well in terms of restraining black's queenside initiative. Maybe I can go bishop d6 and then g4. I don't know. Let's go queen f2. Let's just tie up. Let's try to tie up black's pieces. Yeah, now I'm well positioned to go g4 and f5. Let's go bishop d7, I guess. Rook to e3. I don't know why I played rook to e3. I need to be careful. Like, I don't want to blunder bishop d6 and allows queen d6. Go back. Let me reposition my bishop. Queen g2. Yeah, really want to make f5 work. Am I trapping the queen? b3? Yeah, nearly blundered f4 pawn over there. I think he realized that he has 5 seconds left. That's why he's starting to blitz it out. Now it's mate. Whew. Yeah, that was quite a decent game actually. Go c5 here. Yeah, I wanted to go queen to h5 and, you know, trying to checkmate, but he stopped all this with one move. Not sure. not familiar with e3 because generally you don't want to commit to putting the bishop on b2. At least you want to stay flexible as much as you can. And what happens if I go queen to b4? Can I do this? I don't know. I hope it works. Maybe it doesn't. Like there's like f4 stuff. If white goes f4, I cannot really go queen takes c4 because I will lose material. If I go knight takes c4 and a3, my queen is like limited. Like a3 queen c5. Can I really do this? a3 queen c5 b4 is probably winning for white. No, it's just not worth the time to calculate this. Seeing Singapore as my background. Yeah, so do you stay at MBS or did you just visit the infinity pool or what? I just started the game today, never played chess before. Well, I'll come to you in a minute. Like it's not an easy question to answer at all. Yeah, this position is awful. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like this position. I'm getting really crampy here. I need to figure out what to do after e3 in the opening. Because I want to do a pawn break, but I don't find any decent ones. Like d5 is permanently out of the question. So maybe I should just try to go for b5. Like this. Let's just go for it. It's probably bad. Yeah, it's bad. Knight b5, queen d6, that's e5, and I'm getting pinned all over the place. But maybe I have knight d5, it's not so bad. But yeah, I missed this move, which is kind of unfortunate for me. Yeah, I don't have a good move here. This looks lost. Some chances, but probably lost. Yeah, I think chess.com also has something for newcomers, or chess24. So I think they have some like series for like a beginner series, so maybe something that could be useful for you. So knight g4. I'm just posing problems for him and making life difficult. Okay, you can go bishop takes g7. I missed it. Like yes. Bishop g7, rook e3, queen b2. Yep, that's what he's doing. And now my knight's pinned, so I can't even take the rook. I don't know what's happening, but let's just move pieces. No time. Oh no, what did I do? Oh no. That was so stupid. No, I was already winning at some point. Queen G8 mate. Oh man. Here I was already winning, I think. Like I don't know what to say. Like here, maybe d5, just d5. I think I'll take the pawn. c7. I don't know. I'll check that later after the game. Okay, so this is a repeat of the earlier game. I'm sure he's going to improve on the line. Yeah, so maybe something else here. Can I go here? d5, e5. I'm gonna take this pawn, maybe, and bishop e3, bishop f2, bishop h4. Always a good idea in this case. Bishop is back. Yeah, this is better for white. I think that's for sure. Chess network. Yeah, I'm actually not so familiar with chess network. Is that the one where Damien Limos or some GM was releasing plenty of videos? Like I think he has the deep dive series or something like that. G4. Can I go G4 now? Yeah, I want to go F5. One of the most famous YouTube channels in chess, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't watched chess on YouTube for a while. I probably should. Like what do we do at home anyway? Let's go F5 at some point. Maybe knight to F5. So I'm trying to see if I can trap the queen. Like if I go F5, takes on E5 multiple times, bishop F4. I'm not seeing it. Let's try to bring every piece to the king side. Like I want to go rook E1, H4, H5, Queen H3, Rook H2, and just checkmate. Okay, but this is not clever. Like walking into the... I got overexcited with my own plans, so forgetting that black can make some moves as well. Like of course I don't want him to open the queen side like this. This is something that I should have avoided. Now his bishop comes to life. Bishop d3 has to be played. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah, my position was so much better at the just now. I just kind of messed it all up. I'm making him think that I'm going to sacrifice on e4, and maybe I will, but do I have a choice? Yeah, maybe I just take and try to survive this position. I should have decent chances in holding this position. I think the only question is, can I win this? He offers a draw. No draw. Because now if he goes a4, at least I get connected pass points. I think I have some chances here. But king c6. Oops. Yeah, bishop takes c3, I understand it looks kind of strange, like giving up the dark square bishop for a knight, but black actually gets quite good play against the double c pawns. So I have trouble explaining this to my friends, like why this is possible in that particular position. It's not winning or anything like that, it's just quite playable. Although it does seem like what is making this look quite good for him. Let's just do this, going for rook c8. So this opening and the way I played looks very anti-positioner against classical opening principles, but it's one of those lines that is really concrete, that and it works. It's just this way of playing has been acknowledged to be perfectly sound. But obviously I got something wrong, because this looks actually quite scary for me. f4, I got to go knight c6, knight f7 and something. Yeah, rook c8. I'm not so concerned that I can't castle. I'm going to target the c4 pawn one day, maybe queen a4, play b6, just in case he has ideas of rook to b1. Yeah, there are 200 spectators, like, I don't understand this, like how this works. Not that I'm complaining, of course, just kind of strange. Maybe b6 would be useful, not to allow rook b1 to tempo. Because I want to go queen a4 next, and I don't want rook b1 attacking b7 and then rook to b4 and stopping all my ideas. So now queen a4. I have to be careful that there's no like knight e7, maybe rook d1, knight e7 kind of trick. I'm pretty sure he was planning for that. But now, yeah, can I go knight c4 now? Knight to e3. It's pinned, but I have knight b2. Not the most inspiring square for a piece, but I don't know. A pawn is a pawn. For those of you who just joined me, I'm Grandmaster Kevin Go. I actually just got my GM title exactly 1 week ago, so I'm kind of celebrating, and I only recently started streaming. Yeah, so thanks for joining me. ED5. Well, I think I just blundered because Bishop G7 is kind of hard to stop. Yeah, it looks like I just blundered. Unless I go King D8, I'll move it just for fun. Like, it's just a nice move that I can play. Yeah, somehow my position is still holding together. Like I'm going knight to E5, holding on to the G6 G6 pawn. Yeah, king in the center, pawn grabbing, multiple queen moves. Yeah, I've basically done all the stuff that I should not be doing in the opening. But yet I'm somehow winning. Now knight F3 is the idea. The only move is rook E1. He has to go rook E1. Let's do puzzles. You mean the Lichess puzzles? I honestly haven't done this like for a while. I don't know what's happening, like it's really weird position. What am I doing? What am I doing? Whew. Yeah, I'm kind of in a run like right now. I'm trying to break 2700, so let's wait till I enter a bad streak, and then we can do something else if you like. Yeah, this system is recommended by, I think, Harik Krishna on Chessable. But honestly, I don't really know the exact moves. I just know that, yeah, this is definitely wrong, because now I can go 8x b4, and this is not what you want generally. Like, you want to have the pawn on c5 to apply continuous pressure on my center. But now there is just no pressure at all, and I can get on with the attack on the king side. So this is positionally already quite lost for black. But every time I say something like this, I start to blunder and I end up looking really silly. Yeah, I mean, now looks like there's some mate. I don't know, let's just take the pawn and see what happens. At the very least, I win 3 pawns, because now king f7, queen to g6, king f8, I go knight e6, and there's mate. If king to g8, I will take on, I'll play queen takes e6, queen d7, and take d5, and just take the whole house. Yeah, I'm on a good run against Dantes. Oh, wait, it's my move. I should like stop showing off. Let's go 96. I want to go queen g6 check next. I'll take a pawn with check. So, oh, okay, he wants to go knight f8. So queen e6, bishop e7, knight to d5, queen b7, I guess. Okay. I want this one. Maybe I'll go rook e1. Yeah, this position is quite hopeless for black. I'll attack this multiple times. Let's take this one. Just don't blunder my rook after queen b4. I'm gonna go b3. Let's go b3. If queen b4, bishop a3. Yeah, I'm kind of speculating that this is winning, but honestly, I'm not sure. Just looks nice. Wait. Okay, that I was not planning for. Is there a fanciful? No, there's. I wanted to go like knight d5 or knight e6 and some kind of mate. I don't see it. Yeah, obviously this is not going well for me at all. Can I go bishop b2, rook a1, bishop f8, rook a1? I don't know. Let's do this. Bishop b2, maybe taking this pawn. So from a possible 3 pawns up, I'm now like 2 pawns down. But I think I'm still doing alright. Just need to watch the time. Yeah, this move is... It looks like it loses, but I don't see how. I'm threatening rook a4, trapping the queen, which he sees it. That's annoying. Threatening rook d8. So many tricks in the position. Right. Then mate. Whew. G6. Yeah, this is an interesting variant of the G3 lines that this guy has been playing. Hard to imagine that I can be much worse here. It just looks like a Sicilian to me. A dragon with G3 and him going knight d4 to b3 voluntarily. But he's not worse or anything. I think just a normal position. Probably something like this, a6 b5, maybe some a5 a4. d6. Bishop's coming to d4. If I go queen d7, g4. Strange position. Yeah, I'm getting squeezed once again. f4 looks like a good move now. Yeah, this game I'm getting outplayed. Okay, I want to keep my dark square bishop. Pull my knight to f7 and just try to defend this. Okay, rook a7 kind of helped me a little bit. How is this position? It's really strange. Let's go bishop f5. c3, queen d7. So I want to go here, threatening to take and then also attacking h3. Like this. To b8. I want to go b5 at some point, I guess, because it's quite uncomfortable being the pawn being under the scrutiny of the d4 bishop for so long. Here, queen b4, now b5. If I have one more move to go rook a8, I don't. That's the problem. I don't have the time for that. Maybe, yeah, I need to change the rooks. I need to go rook a8. f1. But at least I gain another tempo on h3. Let's go king f8. Rook to a8, I guess. And I guess he wants to take the pawn. So if I go king f7, yeah. What the hell? Oh man, not something that you do on live. Yeah, that was ridiculous. Yeah, this is a strange. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea what to do in this line. Queen to c7, no knight c6. Maybe here. Ouch. e5. Maybe e5 takes queen e5. Let's go something funky like queen b5 to d3. Don't know if it's good. Maybe gf. Okay. Yeah, black appears to be doing quite well here. I have to be careful that I'm not tilting. Like, obviously, blundering a piece like just now. Yeah, this is kind of the ideal setup that black wants. So this is a really weak pawn. His pieces are all extremely well placed on the queen side. So he's definitely doing quite well here. I just need to know how I can defend this. Like, the question is no longer about trying to win this game. Bishop takes e5 is kind of annoying. F4. Not a move that I want to play, but maybe I don't have much of a choice. Again, maybe going for g4, f5. So he wants rook a3. Yeah, I'm doing everything that I'm not supposed to be doing in this variation. Am I setting a little trap here? Rook c3, queen b4, takes, queen c1, knight f1. And I'm somehow surviving. Bishop c3, I have knight b1. Bishop takes d4, knight a3, queen c1. Feels like I'm lost. Yup. Feels like I'm in deep trouble. Knight to b1, bishop takes d4. He can go rook takes b3. Yeah, hopelessly lost. Yeah, the two games are really quite painful. Like these two losses. Just setting some tricks that don't work. Yeah, I'm just lost. Not good, not good. Five, three. Let's try the Benoni. Something sharp. Yeah, this is kind of the most dangerous line against the Benoni. The most aggressive with this F4 systems. F5. Theory has ended somewhat prematurely. I don't think the king is particularly happy on f2. So I suppose I'm doing quite alright. I hope. Knight c5. Yeah, I'm liking the way my opponent is playing. Extremely aggressive and direct. Even if I don't really think that is all that bad for me. d6, I will take it. Takes this way, I'll play queen d6. Because charging the pawns forward like this might just lead to an overextension of his position. And I did at least get my pieces out. So I have an idea to go to a4 to try to change some pieces and go b5, b4. At the moment it's not quite possible because he has 3 pieces covering a4 square. No, I don't know if I can take. Can I take on e5 or what? I don't know. Let's just take the pawn and see what happens. Can I take the pawn? Let's take bishop g5 f6. Ah, no. Oh wait, maybe it's not so bad. Maybe I can do this. Rook e5, queen g7. Maybe not so bad, yeah? Sazet says that you have placed my stream on. Thanks so much, Sazet. Like, I didn't even know that you know, could anybody do that? Like, anyone can just promote the stream to the front page or what? Sorry, I really need some education here because I'm so new to these things. One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3. Ah, I'm pawn up. That's good. I'm always happy when I'm material up. Let's take this one. Let's check and rook here. Yeah, this is a really complex rook ending, so I need to be really cautious here. I believe I should be better here, but with so little time, it's hard to say. It's 4 against 4. Now I'm a pawn up. Oh, it's going for the win. Nice. I'm too slow, I'm too slow. I lost 3 in a row. Let's try something else. Let's try the London. This DC5 move is a specialty of Andrew Tang or Penguin IM. Like, I learned this from looking at his games. It's quite interesting actually. But to be honest, I don't really know what to do here. G5 here. Really? Allowing this? Maybe it's not that bad for him, but allowing this king e7 is just kind of weird. Probably going knight e2, castle, some f4. King on e7 is so misplaced that I find it hard to believe that this is alright for him. Yeah, this is a good move. I've got to say. I hate to change my bishop because I really want to go bishop d6 mate, but I may have to allow the exchange. Quite regrettably. Takes some knight d4. So now he has to hold this. Yeah, king is really uncomfortable. The bishop d6 is made if not for the fact that there's a knight on e4. I'm really tempted to just give it away, but maybe there's nothing there. I don't quite see it, so maybe just knight d2. He has to take on g3. Mas. Nice name. Thanks for the nice words. Mas, triple mas. Have we met? Yeah, it's a really weird position. Takes b4. Nope. Now e6 is hanging. Yeah, I really want to win this one after all the earlier mishaps. Maybe some e4 later. Yeah, taking on g5 is not really what I want to do. It's just castle. Maybe I can use the h file later. Sorry, I mean the f file. Maybe e4. Yeah, e4 is something I really want to play as well. And he stops it quite nicely. So probably I should go. Yeah, he's shutting down the center, but maybe I can go e4. How is this for a move? Like opening up some lines for my knights. Or maybe I should just like stop talking and just play faster. I'm in kind of time trouble here. Pretty sure this is good. I'm going e5 next. Ah! No way, come on. I'm losing this. Oh man, that's cheap. That's really dirty. And it's now 5-5. Like somehow I lost 4 in a row. So definitely in some trouble now. Need to get back in the groove. I see. I hope you get to play some chess now. Triple mass. Yeah, I cannot remember what to do here. Should I go bishop e6 or what? I can't remember what to do. Should I go bishop e6? Knight takes? Yeah, bishop e6 I think. Play faster. And stop talking, right? The game was slow winning, the one in the London. No, I'm not even like half trying to be like Nakamura, because the guy is just crazy. The way he plays without, he doesn't need to think, and he's just so fast that I just need to be a bit more aware of my time. Like when I'm 1 minute down or something like that, I should be a bit more focused. Yeah, I'm gonna go knight d7, f6, f7, e5. This is quite cooperative of my opponent. Now I can take on. Can I take? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm just gonna take. I don't know if it works, but for the sheer fun of it, I'll take it. And now, rook a8. Is this just nonsense? If I play queen b2, knight b2, rook b8, he can just go back with to d1. But what if I just keep pushing the pawns? It's like I don't know. I mean, I'm not really trying to avoid anything. I'm just playing my own style. Like I just sacrificed a piece for what I thought was not a lot, but somehow I think I'm winning now. Bishop c2, and I'm just winning. I'm winning the piece, and then my b pawn should carry the day. b3. What happens after b3? Bishop d3, I guess. But I can go knight e4, and yeah, this would be a catastrophe if I don't win this. Hope I'm not getting my knight trapped, but probably not. Like g4, I'm going to play knight f2, knight takes f2, rook a2 check. But this is quite clever. Like my opponent is still putting up a lot of fight, like despite clearly material down. It's really annoying. So now we are on equal pawns, but he has a dangerous c pawn. Yeah, extremely dangerous c pawn, actually. And I just blundered. No freaking way. I just blundered a second piece. Wow, he didn't take it. You offer a draw. Yeah, I suppose I should count myself lucky not to have lost that one. C3. Yeah, this is what Magnus has played like a few years ago. Kind of popularized this line with bishop b5, and then everybody started playing it. Young pick one high. Do you have any upcoming tournaments? Well, we these days it's kind of hard to talk about tournaments. I mean, obviously, I would have liked to play in the Olympiads, but that's not happening this year. I actually think that it's highly unlikely that there will be any tournaments for the rest of the year, to be honest, because COVID-19 is not going anywhere. If anyone thinks that COVID-19 is going away soon, I don't really want to dash your hopes and dreams, but you'll be around for the next 4 months at the minimum. In the worst case, it could be around for the next 1 year, but the truth is probably something in between. So yeah, optically it looks like my bishop is slightly better than his, so, and I'm blundering now, like I just lost this pawn for not very much, and he's wondering why I'm giving away the pawn, like is there some trap, but there's none, I just blundered it. Go look f3. It's like my opponent just became a completely different player, unrecognizable from the first few games. Yeah, I want to win a pawn here. My queen is awkwardly placed, but at least I'm attacking something on the queen side. Not sure if I can take this one. Let's take this one. Okay, queen takes d6, rook b8, queen takes c5. Skip queens. Jenny is very inspiring. Thank you, receipt. Receipt 1. Now he realizes that he's running short of time, and he's going to start blitzing. This is the worst bishop. Yeah, okay, he gave up here. Or am I disconnected or what? Okay, I think he left. He probably left. Let's go back to the main page. Yeah, I want to end off on a good note. I want to get closer to 2700. Not that it's that important, of course. Who is Dantes? No, I have no idea. He beat me in so many games, so I have to say that he's a good player. Yes? Do you have some experience with this line? Not to say that I'm handling this particularly well. Generally, you try to make use of the fact that these pawns are doubled. You want to go bishop e3, rook c1, and try to grab the pawn. But in this case, it's not so easy, right? Because so many pieces are exchanged that it's a lot more difficult to get that going. So I have to go for a more direct approach rather than a positional one. So I can go e6 and have a nice passed pawn on e6, but I have to consider the fact that my dark squares become extremely weak after that. Let's just go e6. And I suppose he's going to go bishop d6. Yeah, that's what I thought. Bishop a3, bishop b2, bishop a3. Bishop b2. Maybe rook e1. Just need to watch out for I want to sack the rook. Like if bishop g3, I want to go king g2. I feel like my bishop is worth more than the rook in this instant. Yeah, now I feel like I want to go eventually. Yeah, blocking the center is definitely not something that black wanted. So now my kingside attack is quite promising, I think. Yeah, I guess the bishop b5 lines are a lot sharper, but in that instance when black keeps his pawn on d7, he can go knight d7, pawn d7 to d5 at one go. So it makes it a lot less fun for white, I think. Yeah, this bishop is extremely bad now, so this is what normally with the pawn on c4, black's queen side gets kind of stuck. So now I'm going knight e4, bishop to f4. So even though I'm exchanged down, but positionally I'm doing very well. Yeah, this is what I thought, that eventually he's going to sacrifice on e6. Go g5, I don't know, maybe he will sack. Let's go queen f5. 5. I know it looks like I'm self-pinning myself, but after this, I don't quite see how he's getting out of the bishop takes f6 threat. 4 pieces attacking f6 and he only has 2. Knight f6. Oh no! That was unfortunate. What is rook a5? Like, what kind of move is rook a5? Like, it's so anti-bullet. Oh man. Wow. Unbelievable. Let's do some bullet and just be relaxed about things. There's a World Championship tournament for Crazy House. Yeah, it's rubbish. Not very GM-ly. G-dress. Go here. These guys are pretty good, huh? Wait, this pawn is hanging for like a dozen years? Bishop c6, I have rook. Yeah, let's go rook e1. d5. Whoa. g7 is almost made. Why are these guys just playing one game and stopping? It's kind of disruptive. Yeah, I want to break out of this losing streak, and that's why I was a bit more quiet. In any case, it's kind of difficult to give commentary for Bullet. Some guys like challenging me to 30 seconds plus 0. Are these guys just trolling me? Come on, man. What is this? Philo lock. Let's go c5. Your bishop c4 is, yeah, this is kind of a boring line that I play sometimes. I can add a suppression filter. Thanks buddy, I will try to figure that out. Sorry, I'm really kind of new at all these things, so honestly I have no idea what you are saying, but I will work it out somehow. Like, I didn't even know that there's a noise going about. Like, to be really honest. Bishop e6. Wow, nearly blundered. Like, bishop e6, bishop b5, and I can resign. Like, that would be epic. I'm thinking like I can go queen a5 check, bishop d2, queen to c7, but it feels like it's too fanciful. Let's just go e6. Thanks very much, chess doctor. Yeah, I really appreciate this advice. I feel I'm tilting like real bad here. Castles, bishop h6. I don't even know why I went wrong. I probably should check the opening after this. I'm using Streamlabs, but it's probably very similar to OBS. Yeah. Bishop G5 looks, or Bishop takes D5 and then just Queen D4. Yeah, I need to somehow unravel my pieces. If I can get this rook to D8 and then somehow get my H rook into the game, then maybe I'm doing okay. Maybe this is the way, just go H4 and then rook H5. Yep, like this. It's kind of logical, I guess. Knight E4 to D6. Yeah, now he's afraid of my bishop. He wants to put a pawn on, put a knight on D6. I suppose he can go H3 first to stop this idea of playing H3, but okay, he doesn't care about it. Let's go H3, I don't know. These pawns are really weak, so I'll have to play Bishop D5 later to try to shore up my defenses on the king side. Let's go Bishop D5. Sacrificing on D5 looks very good. But he didn't, so I think I had to let off there. Okay, but still I got to start moving. So I'm pretty sure that sacrificing on D5 was winning on the spot. Maybe this is winning as well, but that one was very clear. It was a very clear win at in that version. Yeah, this one looks awful as well. He's trying to work out a false win, and there probably is one. Like D7 is probably winning because of Queen A3. Okay, now just Rook E7. No, I played too fast. Rook D8 was played too quickly. No, I don't understand this. Like, this is supposed to be a harmless line. Bishop C4 takes. Yeah, 95. Just E6, yeah? Taking on E5 is bad. I didn't know this. Obviously, if I had known this, I wouldn't have gone into this. And then, in case you're wondering, like, how is it that I'm out of book on move 7? Yeah, maybe I just don't look at my openings enough. So I got tricked here. I should have just played E6, of course. And yeah, okay, but I'll remember this. It won't happen again. Yeah, I need to pull myself together and start winning some games. Let's try 4. Should be 3. let me try to figure out this sound setting that yeah, bishop e6 is kind of strange, like when you can go bishop f5 directly. Maybe it's been tricky because knight e2, if knight e2 bishop g4 is quite inconvenient, and if I go h3 maybe queen d7 and long castle, and some ideas of h6 g5 comes in. Yeah, I actually don't really know what to do here. Kind of caught in some mini zugzwang. Let's just do this. Want to maybe play queen h5, softening up the king side. So maybe I can win a pawn on c7. I mean, it's not the best pawn ever to win, but at this point I'm just happy to take material. I suppose knight a5 wins the pawn. Yep, that's kind of amateurish here. Yeah, my opponent's doing fine. Daniel Mark, like he's doing fine. Interesting, not taking the pawn. Let's go knight a3 and then to take on c3. So let's go here. Knight b2 I suppose is good. Let's give the pawn. Rook c3, f3, bishop f2. Not great, but maybe I can hold this position together. I'm going bishop f2, g4 next, if I can. It's important to protect the d4 pawn. Once I lose this pawn, the position collapses beyond repair. Maybe go after d5. I mean, compared to the mess that I had just now, this is probably the best position I had in the game since the starting position. Oh, this knight has some problems. And suddenly I'm winning pawns, like, how did this even happen? Threatening mate, h5, knight f7. Yeah, that was quite an easy defense. Should I should have seen. OMG. So I was just expecting rook a2, like, because it takes a pawn with check, and yeah, all my pre-moves are just not working so well. Let's resign this. Wow, my run is so bad that it's amazing. I think it's the worst run I ever had on VChess. Maserati 9. What is this? Probably some line that I can't remember as usual. I'm pretty sure that this is being played by grandmasters, but I cannot remember the theory. Like some bishop d7, I suppose. If bishop f4, there's knight d6. Knight d6, and what happens? Hey Winston, how are you? Yeah, like everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. Like now I miss queen b3. What on earth is going on? I have no idea what to do if he goes queen a4 now. Probably it's just winning. I suppose I'll take on b5, knight b5, bishop d7. And I'm somehow still not losing material because of the pin on the knight. I think this is what he's trying to work out as well. Yeah, this looks very strong as well. Yeah, rook d1 is strong. My opponent is playing a model game here. Like, why you shouldn't be taking pawns in the opening? You don't move your queen like 15 times. Yeah, this is a total complete disaster. Yeah, I'm interested to know, like 16 moves. Yeah, kind of embarrassing, but I'm quite certain that this is a normal line, and I thought a6 queen a4 was the point, and I didn't want to allow this, so I thought I played d5, and immediately after bishop f4, like, position is exactly what I wanted to say. Thanks. I don't know if it's better to be likable and lose all my games, or just be an idiot and win everything. I always tell my students that to be good at chess, you have to be an awful guy. Like, don't be a nice guy. Yeah, but here I guess I should go a6. I'm just relying on the stockfish engine on Lichess. So a6, queen a4. Yeah, bishop c5 I didn't see. I just thought that this wasn't great. Bishop f5. Well, this looks very dangerous. I will check this after the stream, and basically all the games that I lost straight from the opening, I will check on the stream. I think that the standard on Lichess has gone up. Everyone is at home, I guess, so including the strong players. I really need to get my head screwed on right from now. This is, I think, my 8 for 9 loss in a row. Let me take this. Yeah, this is what I was hoping he would play, because now I want to sack a piece. I'm in that kind of mood now, so I don't know, let's just sack a piece. I have no idea if it's good or not. I'm quite happy with this, to be honest. Let me figure out this sound thing. Oops, what did I do? I just clicked something and now I have no idea how to go back. That wasn't so clever, I think. Yeah, sorry, I think I messed up the I kind of messed up the board and no idea what's happening on my Streamlabs now. Has it gone all weird? Like, obviously I can't see what you're seeing. Queen a2? Wow. Like, unbelievable. Like, this works, it's just like, who would take a pawn like this? Is the screen all weird, Ducky? Because it's appearing all strange, all weird on Streamlabs. Let's go c4. Let's shut the queen out. Ah, okay, that's good. That's good to know. Okay, now I want to go to f7. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm always happy to take on like anybody who wants to play me. You just need to challenge me on the, but just let me know that you're watching the stream, or else I wouldn't know. Um, like your username, so that I know that who I'm dealing with. I should be quite happy with a draw. I have no idea why I'm declining. Okay, I have rook g5. Like, this guy is just harassing my queen. Like, that's unbelievable. I want to run. Like, I don't want to change queens. Alright, you win. Like, taking the draw is the right decision, but I just wanted to play on. Because I'm just so annoyed at losing so many games earlier. So... yeah, this is a disaster. C3. Yeah, now I'm lost. Ouch. Is that you? Dragon Pianist King. Yeah, I think that's my like 10th loss in a row. Yeah, I have to remember what to do here. Honestly, I don't. Okay. H6. Yeah, I think this is called the Leningrad variation of the Nimzo Indian. But it is... I mean, some players are still playing this line with an early bishop g5, but they actually have stopped. It's no longer that popular at the grandmaster level, but there are still some strong players playing it, as far as I know. So now I think a3 is a mistake. Yeah, I think I have to play e4 just to stop this. Yeah, e4 is a tempting move. Let's just stop this e4 idea. And then I want to go queen to e7, bishop to f5, knight to d7, and then I go long castle. In the long term, these pawns will become quite problematic for white. Yep. So I'm executing my plan. Okay, I have some problems with castling because a7 is weak, but maybe I can just go a6 and then long castle. So the point is now I'm keeping the knight entrench on g1. If I have taken on f3, he could take with the knight. And at the same time, he can go e3, but my pawn is stopping him from developing smoothly on the d3 square. Yeah, now I'm fully developed, and I'm just I'm probably doing quite well here. I think I had a similar game in 2011 at the Dover Cup in Australia. So I played this variation with black against the eventual winner of the tournament, Indian IM called Akshat Kamparia. So he had a better version than this particular position, but even then I think I was better. I actually can go e3, which is something quite nice actually. Let's try this e3, and the point is knight b6. If it goes a4, bishop d7. But now queen a5, king b8, I guess. Yeah, so now I can take the pawn. Oh wait, I don't want to blunder more material. I can take on c4, I guess, or maybe queen to e8. Yeah, queen to e8, threatening knight c4. So queen a2 is kind of forced. Can I take this one? Yeah, I suppose I can. I think my opponent's having a laugh here. Okay, just one game, yeah? Let's go back to the main hall. But on the flip side, at least I broke my losing streak. Yeah, this is my favorite line against the advanced variation. I have quite decent results with this. Queen h5? Did I just blunder again? I think I should have gone queen c7 first. Suppose that's not such a big deal. I can go king d8 and yeah, of course if I have a choice I wouldn't have done this. Bishop h7 could very well be playable here. But maybe I have g6. Is there g6? Bishop g5 check, bishop e7. But what is this? Queen g6, bishop g5, bishop to g8. Yeah, okay, but this is quite clever. Right. I can take the pawn with check, so that's quite important. Yeah, this is quite important for me. Like if not, I'll just be dead lost. Okay, now I get a nice position. Oh wow. Okay, I can do with some luck like that. And I think he's probably angry with himself. Top Blitz. I am Top Blitz. Is this a line? Maybe f4. Not really sure. Another 6 bishop d3. Okay, now my opponent is disconnected. And I don't really want to win games like this. Yeah, I think I'm just a bit better in the center. Just a bit more space, and I can find easier moves to play. d5, I go e5, knight to e4. Feels like I'm better there, but who knows. Yeah, I have to play that one. Knight to d2 maybe, and if bishop f4, f5. I should have seen this coming. Yeah, I forgot about this move. I should take it. Bishop f6, I suppose, and knight f3. I'll jump in to e5 and go bishop e3. Yeah, black's fine. I had a small edge from the opening, but I think I let that slip as the game went on. a3 is a nice little move by weakening the c3 square. So his idea is to go knight c3, whether I take the pawn or not. I mean, if I take or I go b3, he'll go knight c3, I think. The point being, he wants to win one of my bishops. Yeah, a3 is good. It's a nice move. Maybe I'll take this one. I wanted to go knight e5, but I kind of missed that he can play bishop to e2, queen e2, queen d6 check, followed by taking on b2. Maybe I have to do this. Yes, making sure there's no queen d6 shenanigans. But now there's rook takes f4, which of course I missed. Rook takes f4 with the idea of knight to g3, attacking the queen, and I can't take it because knight takes e2. Yeah, I'm a pawn down and wait, what? My opponent's being very positional here. He's going to take on e2 and then on f3, but maybe I can hold a draw. Takes king f2. Let me try to defend this. Not the best form of defense. Knight g2. Knight c3. Yeah, that's good endgame. This is good endgame by my opponent. Let's go c6. d5. This is how you play this. e6. What do you do this? c5. I vaguely remember that these lines tend to be very sharp and some sacrifice, like black tends to sacrifice the h7 pawn, like bishop d3 or something. And I think you're not supposed to play h6 in these cases because of knight g5 and queen h5. So this looks like a French, but black has managed to change a pair of knights, which is often an achievement. Like my idea is to go bishop b5 to change the light square bishops, but this looks really artificial. Like, and knight to f5 is not even playable because g4. Maybe here. Let me take this off and then knight to g6. Yeah, can I go h5 now? And then I'll just leave my king in the center. I want to go rook c4, but it goes rook to c1 and Not much happening there. Maybe queen a6. Maybe b5, queen a4. Yeah, bishop d8, nice move. With the idea of rook c7, I completely missed this. The opponent's just playing very well. Like the level of opposition today is, I mean, not taking anything away from my horrendous play, but generally the opposition is just playing very well the entire night. I just don't understand. I have no idea what's going on. Like now just takes and rook c6 and I'm yeah rook c6 and I'm lost. Or rook f7. Either way I'm lost. Knight g5 is what he wanted. Yeah, the pass pawns on the king side will just keep rolling. Yeah, I will lose d5 as well. I have the bishop, so I just have some swindling chances, but not much. And especially given the fact that I'm just quite low on time. Yeah, horrendous. Yeah, let's do something else. Let's do some pauses. I know it's been a while since I have done any of this stuff. Probably because you see a lot of red. Like I probably got annoyed after I keep losing points. Anyway, black to play. What do I do here? Offhand, I'm just thinking knight f4 and queen takes e6. There's also knight to b4, looks quite good as well. Like knight to b4 with the idea of queen to d3. Of course, you don't change queens in these positions, you need to keep the attack going. Yeah, my final choice would be knight takes f4, I think. So I'll take this one and then knight takes e6. So how many points did I gain? 9 points. Let's keep going. Yeah, this one. Maybe bishop c4 with the idea of a3, trapping the knight. What? Really? Bishop c4 is not winning? Ah, wait, just a3, knight d5, b4, knight c3, and what? not understanding this. Yeah, it just goes to show how rusty I am really in doing this stuff. Go a3, I feel like it's either bishop c4 or a3. Yeah, and here there must be a powerful move, which I'm not really seeing. Or is it bishop b5? Wait. Yeah, I just moved too fast. Okay. Fine. Bishop c5. So white is a piece down, but I can go bishop c5 with check. With what? So I think these Lee chess studies are quite tricky. Like, even though the moves seem to be obvious, but there may be something wrong with those. Because I thought bishop c5 is 100% the first move that everyone thinks of. I see. Just take and queen a3. Yeah, let's not be an idiot. Let's just like let's be a bit professional about things. Yeah, this is quite interesting because it looks like black could just take the bishop, but if knight h6, queen to g5, then how do I defend against f6? So this bishop is a really powerful piece. So the point is, if I play knight takes h6, white goes queen to g5, and with the idea of f6, kind of difficult to play against this. The other way is to take with the pawn, but that's quite risky as well. Also, yeah, after knight h6, there's also f6, immediately f6, and maybe I go c4, and then they go queen to g5. You know, these positions are not easy at all. Like, if anybody thinks that they have solved this, you know, you are free to comment. But I can tell you from my perspective, like these are not easy at all. I mean, definitely you have to take the bishop, or else you probably are just worse, unless it's something like a move like d5, which I find hard to believe. d5 queen, no, yeah, queen to g5, d5 queen g5 knight h6 and f6. That would win on the spot. But gh6 looks so risky that I really find it hard to believe, even though I don't really see an immediate win. Or it could just be the winning move. It's hard to say, because maybe queen e2, I can just go knight f6 and king g8. So the point is to go king g8, king h7 and rook g8. And everything is defended down the g file. Yeah, the more I look at this, the more I prefer this, and maybe this is correct. f6, king h7, rook f5. It looks really scary. I don't know, let's just go with it. Yeah, and now knight f6. Yeah, okay, fine. So the reason why, yeah, I thought f6 was more dangerous, but he's saying that there's like a few ways to defend this position. I was thinking of king h7, and if queen e2, I'll just go here. And yeah, this was what I calculated actually. What is this position? So after f4, white just played g4. And he's threatening some bishop d5, I guess. I feel like he has to be c3. And after taking on d5, I will go push one of the pawns and just win. Maybe it's just that. Yeah, it's easy to get impatient with these positions. I mean, queen takes g5, bishop d5, I don't see how it benefits black. And okay, so I'm an exchange down. Yeah, let's just go c3. Bishop d5 and right. Yeah, these positions are really weird. They are, I mean, not typical puzzles at all. It's just like finding good moves, which can be quite useful, by the way. Like, because not every position is you don't always have a combination for every position. There's sometimes you just need to find a strong move that consolidates or defends well and so on. So when you solve puzzles from tactics books, they kind of give you the ideal situation where something exists in the position, but most of the time nothing exists in the position. Yeah, this is another example where I don't think there's anything much really. So my candidate moves would be queen takes e8, rook e8 and knight d5, or immediately knight d5. And the pawn is indirectly protected because of knight c7 tricks at the end. But I don't see anything that concrete either. So for instance, knight d5, queen h5, rook h5, rook g6 is an example. Knight d5 is strong because queen h5, knight takes f6 with check. So what am I talking about? Yeah, knight d5 is strong. I remember the game against some Chinese GM and another GM. I need a bit more than that, bro. I would like to know which game you are talking about. But these Chinese GMs, they are playing each other all the time, so there are too many of these games going around. Yeah, okay, this position there's really not much else other than g takes f5, because white has to attack. He's a couple of pawns now, and if there's no attack, then he's just positionally lost. Like the c pawn will turn out to be the winning factor in the game. Pretty sure gf5 is winning, or is the solution anyways. Wait, what? Take? And then some rook f8 or what? Queen h4 is also possible. Nice quiet move. Yeah, I want to know if, I mean there's rook f, no, rook f7 is not playable, but yeah, rook f8 looks winning. Queen c1 and then a piece goes to f1. But after here, rook to d7 takes, and queen h8 and take the bishop or what? But you know, these pieces are so, my king is so weak that I find it hard to believe that, you know, there's, even if I win material this way, I find it hard to believe that I'm winning there. However, at the same time, I don't really see anything else. I'm going to go for rook f8, I think. Let's go for rook f8. Yeah, it's wrong. Yeah, I don't see it. Maybe queen a7. Yeah, some of these positions, you know, when it's so complex, even if the engine is giving like winning in favor of one player, but if it's so complicated and you know there's huge kingside attacks, things can just go wrong in one move. So it's really important not to take the engine's evaluation so seriously, because at the end of it, we can never play like engines. No, I have no idea what the solution is. Bishop h3. No idea. No clue at all. Maybe it's just some move. I don't know, let's just try this. Let's see the answer. Wow, knight f5. I didn't see this. This is winning. King b7, queen d7. Yeah, okay. I mean, I considered knight f5, of course. It was one of my options, and I just thought king runs to a7 and it's safe, and now queen a7. Yeah, this is very nice. Yeah. But this is really tough. It's certainly not trivial to be able to solve this quickly. And this is a super nice example. Yeah, knight f5, very nice move. I'll just do a few more and then I'll call it a day. It's quite late. in Singapore. Yeah, this is probably, yeah, I think just queen e7, rook e7, bishop e5, and white wins material. Bishop e5. Yeah, this is an easy one. This one I can just take on d6, I think. I just take on d6, and then I'm a whole rook up. Bishop b7 wins a piece. And that's a nice easy one to end the day. Bishop a6. I'm trying to see if there's anything better than bishop a6. Pin. So from young, I'm kind of wired to think in a way that the first move that comes to my mind is to attack, like, is to capture something or to give a check or to attack something. So the first move that comes to mind is queen c1. I don't even need to think or in such a manner. It just comes straight to me, and when I know it doesn't work, bishop a6 comes next. Yeah, wait, what? Bishop a6 looks so winning. So probably there's a better solution, because because I don't see how bishop a6 is not winning. But that's really quite embarrassing. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure. Queen f4, attacking something as well. Yeah, maybe just queen f4 and then rook h1. But wait, rook h1, there's knight g1. Wait, that was a misclick. So I'm 2 pawns down. Oh, I see. I could just play queen takes c1. Yeah, I could just do this one and then this and then bishop a6. Yeah, this would have been the easiest. But is bishop a6 not simpler? Probably isn't. Yeah, bishop a6 is a draw. So the point is, I guess my king is too weak and I'm a couple of pawns down. So it's, even though I'm the exchange up, but my king is just too loose. Yeah, so that's quite funny. Like, I'm trying to explain how to think in each position, and then the answer's wrong. Let's keep going. Rook a6. Like, instinctively, I wanted to go bishop b6, but no, there's queen f4, queen f4 check. So that's nonsense. Maybe one of these squares. e7 or c7. Maybe queen e7. Yeah. So I want to go bishop g5, attacking the rook. So if I go queen to e7, bishop g5 would not be attacking the rook because my queen is blocking the way. So I want to go bishop b6 or bishop g5, but bishop b6 there's queen f4 check, and that's quite annoying. So using this logic, yeah, the other thing about queen c7 is that the bishop is hanging on c4, so there is no queen to a8. Queen a8 and queen takes c4. Queen e7, maybe queen a8 works. So after all that, and maybe this is wrong. Free piece. Yeah, kind of afraid that after doing all that explaining, then the answer is completely wrong. Yeah, here you have to take on e4, or else you're just lost. So I guess the whole point is what happens after bishop f5. Knight fd2. What happens after knight fd2? And f3. I don't see much. Yeah, that's a weird one. Yeah, just solve one more and then I'll be gone for the day. Queen e5 looks crushing. Check here. Pawn is quite scary. Check here. Take this one. Yep. Okay, I think I'm done for today. Thanks everyone for watching. Yep, and stay safe and stay healthy, everybody. See you next time. Cheers.